I picked up the chair next to my bed and threw it through the window, glass shattering everywhere. Carefully, I climbed through the window, making sure to avoid the broken glass, and jumped down to the garden. As soon as I landed, I jumped straight to my feet and started running down the street as fast as I could. Suddenly, a car came skidding to a halt right in front of me. It missed hitting me by only a matter of inches. The car door opened, and out climbed my mom. Arrgh! But before I go on, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to risk ending up with a mom like mine. When I was little, it was just me and my dad. I didn't really have any memories of my mom. I do have a clear memory, though, of the day my dad told me my mom had died. Even though I was really young at the time, I still remember how sad I felt when Dad told me that Mom had been in a car crash and died. I was so sad that my mom was gone, but I knew that me and my dad would be fine. It took me a little while, but eventually, I thought about her less and less. I had lots of fun with my dad. I think he probably spoiled me a bit, making up for the fact that I had lost my mom. I have lots of memories of him taking me on day trips and him buying me toys and pretty much anything I wanted. For years, it was just the two of us. We didn't need anyone else. Why would we? But then one day, everything changed. You won't believe what happened. I think I must have been about 13. Yes, actually, I remember now. It was just after my 13th birthday. I was sitting in the lounge reading a magazine and Dad was on his computer. I heard a knock at the front door.
Go get that, will you, Stacy?
I rolled my eyes and muttered under my breath, I have to do everything around here. Then whoever it was knocked again, even louder. Okay, hold on, I'm coming. I opened the door and let out a loud scream. Ah! I felt like the room was spinning at 100 miles an hour. Just as I was about to faint, my dad came from behind and caught me. I could not believe it. The person standing at the door was my mom. My dad was just as shocked as I was, but he told my mom to come in, and we all went through to the lounge. As soon as Mom sat down, I started ranting at her. I thought you were dead. Dad said you had died in a car crash.
I'm not dead, Stacy. I'm well and truly alive.
Well, obviously. Do you think I'm stupid?
Stacy, I know you must be feeling angry right now, but don't be rude to your mom.
Damn right I'm angry. I'm angry with both of you. Why did you tell me that Mom had died in a car crash?
It's complicated.
I don't care how complicated it is. I want an explanation.
Okay, calm down. Look, this might come as a bit of a shock to you, but your mom is actually a spy.
What? Oh my God, do you really expect me to believe that? Just tell me the truth.
It is the truth, Stacy. I thought your mom had died on a mission overseas. That's why I told you that she died in a car crash. You were only young, and I thought it would be easier for you to understand.
Mom, is this true? Are you a spy?
Yes, Stacy, it's true. And your dad did what he thought was right. I was in a car crash during a mission, but I managed to survive. Since then, I have been hiding undercover for your safety and mine too. But now everything has been sorted out. Now I can finally come back and live a normal life with you two.
Even though I had just had the biggest shock of my life, I was really happy to see my mom again. To be honest, I don't think I had even realized how much I had missed her until I saw her again. Before, I had tried not to think too much about my mom because it hurt so much. But now she was back, and I was really happy. Mom had only been back in our lives for a couple of weeks when my dad got told he had to go on a business trip out of the country. I was sad that he had to go, but I was happy that I would get to spend some time alone with my mom. Well, we had a lot of catching up to do, didn't we? Things were fine at first. Well, more than fine. They were great. But then my mom started to get really controlling. It started with little things like the time I wanted to go to the grocery to get some eggs, but Mom said she would go instead. I thought she was just doing me a favor, but then things started getting worse. She wouldn't let me go anywhere or do anything by myself. One time, my friend Julie invited me to go over and hang at her house, but when I told my mom, she wasn't keen at all.
Oh, I think it would be better for you to just stay at home here with me. You can go see Julie another time.
But why?
Because I want to spend time with you.
I was a bit annoyed with my mom for not letting me go, but I tried to see it from her point of view. I mean, she had missed out on a lot of my childhood. But the final straw came when my friends organized a camping trip. Everyone, including me, was really excited about it. It's going to be so much fun. We can make a fire to sit around at night.
Yeah, and I'll bring my guitar.
Who's gonna cook?
You.
But when I told my mom, she instantly said that I couldn't go. But everyone is going. Why can't I go too?
Because I said so.
But that's not a reason. Please, Mom. Please let me go.
I'm not going to tell you again, Stacy. I've made up my mind. You are not going.
There was no reasoning with her. I hate you. You are so controlling. You don't let me do anything by myself.
Everything I do is for your own good.
Why can't you just give me some space? I can't breathe.
Oh, don't be so dramatic, Stacy.
I could tell that my mom was starting to get mad with me. I'm not being dramatic. I'm just sick of you treating me like a child.
Well, stop acting like one then.
I hate you. I have a good mind to run away. I slammed the door and stormed up to my room. I was shaking because I was so angry with my mom, and I actually started wishing that she had never come back. I bet you think that was as bad as it could get. You have no idea. The next morning was 10 times worse. When I woke up, I found that I had been tied to my bed. I started screaming out for help. Mom! Mom! Help me! My mom came running into my room. Mom, help! Someone has tied me to my bed! But instead of coming to untie me, my mom just stood there looking at me. Mom, what are you doing? Why aren't you untying me?
I'm not untying you because you aren't going to leave this room.
What? Are you crazy? You can't keep me tied up.
I can, and I will. I will bring you your meals, and I will go to the bathroom with you when you need to go. I'm not going to let you out of my sight.
I was distraught. What had I ever done to deserve to be treated like that? Please, Mom, don't do this to me. I promise I will behave. I'll do everything you say. Just don't keep me tied up. But my mom wouldn't change her mind. The only time she untied my hands was when it was time for me to eat. I bet you think that would have been a good time to try to escape, but it wasn't. She stood there watching over me whilst I ate. There was no way I could run away. I knew that I would have to figure out some kind of plan, some way to get away from her. My chance came one evening when my mom took me to the bathroom. I was washing my hands when out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a pair of scissors on the side of the basin. I grabbed them and shoved them into the pocket of my shorts. Luckily, my mom didn't notice a thing. I went back to my bed and Mom tied me up again.
I'm going downstairs now, Stacy. You be a good girl and go straight to sleep.
Yes, Mom. Actually, I'm feeling really tired anyway. As soon as the door closed, I pulled the scissors out of my pocket and started to cut away at the ties. It didn't take me long to break free. Now what should I do? I knew I should call the police, or my dad. But the phone was downstairs, so that wasn't an option. There was no other thing for it. I will have to climb out of my bedroom window. I ran over to the window, but when I tried to open it, I saw that my mom had bolted it shut. Oh my God! She really has thought of everything. I looked around the room and spotted the chair next to my bed. I picked it up and threw it as hard as I could at the window. I heard a loud crack and the glass shattered into 100 pieces. I jumped through the window and landed on the grass in the garden. I got a few cuts on my body from the broken shards of glass, but nothing too serious. Without stopping to look behind me, I set off running down the street as fast as I could. I hadn't gone very far when suddenly a car came screeching to a halt right in front of me. The door opened and my mom stepped out of the car. Please don't hurt me. When my mom heard my words, she suddenly froze. Her face looked confused.
I'm not going to hurt you, sweetie. I would never do anything to you.
But why did you tie me up?
I just wanted to keep you safe.
You're confusing me, Mom. Why wouldn't I be safe?
Because there are some bad people who want to try to get you.
I was even more confused then. I mean, why would anyone want to hurt me? It doesn't make sense. Why would bad people want to get to me?
Because you are the heir to a criminal gang.
What? I shook my head as I tried to digest what my mom had just told me. But what she said next shocked me even more.
Your dad and I adopted you when you were just a tiny baby. But what your dad didn't know was that it was actually my secret mission to protect you. The authorities knew that you were going to be dragged into a criminal gang. They assigned me to take care of you. We gave you a new name and legally adopted you.
So who am I really?
Your real name is Penelope Abney. You're the daughter of a big criminal boss. He wants to track you down so you can take over his criminal business. I'm only so protective of you because I want you to stay safe. I don't want to even think about what would happen if the gang found you.
So, do they have any idea where I am now?
No, they don't.
So you don't need to be so controlling then, do you?
I don't know, Stacy. We have to be so careful.
Look, Mom, when it was just me and Dad, I managed to stay safe, didn't I?
Well, yes, I suppose you did.
Exactly. So why would you assume that something is going to happen to me now?
I guess when you put it like that, it does sound a bit crazy.
All I'm asking is for a bit of freedom. I just want to be able to spend time with my friends without you watching over my shoulder. Do you think that I could do that?
I guess we could give it a try. I promise I won't be controlling your every move, if you promise me that you will be extra careful and not take any risks.
I promise. My mom pulled me into her arms and hugged me tightly.
You know I only did it because I love you, don't you?
Yes, Mom, I know. And I love you too.
Come on, we'd better get home and sort your bedroom window out.
I jumped into the car and Mom drove us back home. We'd only been in the house for 5 minutes when we heard a car pull up outside. It was my dad. He took one look at the shattered glass and the cuts on my arms, and he started yelling.
What happened?
Me and Mom looked at each other and started laughing our heads off. It's a long story. A long story.